Hey, what's up, guys? So, as promised, I'm bringing to you guys the Zing Metalfoes deck profile. I recently just finished the deck after the last Jiao 2 finally came in the mail. But don't get me wrong, I've been testing this deck for a while now, so I'm really happy to have it finally done and to share with you guys. So, without further ado, I'll just go ahead and start with the main deck. So, obviously, guys, you guys have to have 3 Jiao 2s. He's probably the best card in your deck because you just discard 2 Yangtze cards and you get 2 monsters in return, and that just enables you to start off your plays. He's great, and you really want to see him first turn, as it'll really let you overextend and create really big boards with a lot of negates. And another key player that is Chu-En. If you have this in the grave, it's really great because if you pop something or with your Baxia, you can chain Chuen's effect, or just as long as it's a Yangzing monster, you can get him back for an additional synchro. And with this deck, you really want to maximize on the amount of monsters because you really just need Jiao 2 to go off so you can make a really big board. I know I've been saying that, but that's really what this deck is all about. So 3 Suwani, your 3 Beyond, and your 3 Bixie. And I'm playing the 1 Pool Alp just because he isn't as useful as the other cards, and he's only a level 1, so definitely not the most useful card for synchro plays, but he is another name. And also, I'm playing 3 Zefrenu. This card's really good because he's a level 6, meaning you can synchro with Jiao 2 with this and make a Baxia. And not only that, but when it's destroyed or you pendulum summon it, you can search a Yangzing card or a Zephyr card. And usually you search Zephyr Divine Strike with that. And it's just really great because that's an additional negate right there. And now with the Metalfoes engine, I play a little bit more of the 8s than the 1 scales. So there's 2 Volt Flame, 1 Gold Driver, which is the 1 scale, and I'm playing 3 of each of the smaller guys. There's 3 Steel In and 3 Silvered. I feel like this is the perfect ratio. I know I'm playing a little bit more than most guys, I feel like, but you really just want to emphasize on at least getting 1 Metalfoes in your opening hand, just so you can really like go off, because you really need to be able to pop your Yangzing monsters. And the cool thing about the Metalfoes is that you get to set a trap too, which is usually a combination, which lets you get more skills. And now in the spell cards, you play 2 Path. This thing's searchable, so you really don't want to maximize on it, and it's also really cloggy. I mean, I've tried 3 before, so yeah, 2 is definitely a good number. And then 2 Storm. I play this over Twin Twisters and MSTs just because I feel like it has a higher ceiling than the other cards, because you can pop more than just 1 card or 2 cards, like unlike, or you can pop more than 1 or 2 cards, because you can just pop as much as you want on your side and pop just as many on your opponent's side. So I feel like it has a higher ceiling than MST and Twin Twisters, and you won't really have to discard anything. Also, it works really well with combination, because if you pop combination, you can get a search. So yeah, I think Storm's really good. And then one Soul Charge, this thing's broken, enough said. I mean, this honestly wins you games. And 1 Fusion, because you can recycle it. And you only play 1 Fusion, or at least only I play 1 Fusion in my extra. And then now traps, I play 1 Warning because it's warning, it says no. 1 Zephyr Divine Strike because it's another negate and it's searchable. And 1 Creation. This thing isn't as important as it used to be, like back all in the old Yangzing decks, but it's an additional name for Jiao 2 plays, and it gets you an additional monster whenever one of your monsters is destroyed. And 2 Combination. I don't play 3 just because it's really easy to get into it, so I never really miss the 3rd one. And 1 Counter. So that's it for the main deck. As you can tell, I barely run any traps and spells, but that's because you really want to emphasize on the monsters. And now for the extra, I'm playing 3 Baxia. This thing's the most key synchro in your extra deck, just because it's the enabler of the deck. This thing enables you to spin back stuff on your opponent's side of the field, which is amazing. Just clears up their board. Not only that, but it lets you pop your stuff and bring something back from your grave. So that lets you recycle your Jiao 2s and lets you continue making synchro plays. And yeah, it's just amazing. This is what lets you make those big boards. So definitely 3 of that guy. And one Yazi, just in case it ever comes up. It's good against BA. And Xiaofeng. This thing can actually win games too. I often make this against Blue Eyes just because it's really easy. You can just get a Baxia and like a Chuan or something. It's super easy. And one Herald. This thing's super good. Comes up all the time. You tend to make this going first all the time just because it's really easy with having Chuan in the grave and stuff. And Odd Eyes Meteor Burst. I'm only playing him just because of yeah, I like to think of it as a super aggressive card because when you special summon it, you can special something from your pendulum scales or pendulum zones, and if you have like a Volt Flame or something, it just gets you an additional beater. So it's really good, and it also has that one battle phase effect. And Void Ogre negates stuff, amazing card. And then Beals, sometimes opponents have a hard time dealing with them, and then of course I run Ignister just because if you're playing Mirror or just another Pendulum deck, you can just pop their scales and use Ignister's effect. And then you are running a lot of level 8 synchro monsters. That's what my build mainly focuses on. So I'm playing Hope Harbinger. It's good, negates spells and stuff. And also, this is like my tech. Well, not really my tech, but this is something I've been testing. It is the 7 Sins package. So I just feel like this deck needs like a blowout card or something you can just sit on, and this thing's definitely one of those cards because it's really easy to make. All you have to make is a level or a rank 8 Xyz monster and then just overlay on top of it. And it's a 4,000 beater, and you can banish all of the special summon monsters on your opponent's field, but it can't be done on the same turn it was summoned. So if that effect goes through, it wins games. So it's really good, and because of its high attack, it's just really hard to get over. But of course, nothing's really safe anymore with those kaijus running around. So just be careful. If you don't want to run this, just fill it in with other synchros like Black Rose or Clearwing or something like that. But I feel like it's been working really well. I've actually had a couple people scoop just because I summoned it, just because they had no outs. But any case, and there's also the Fusion, which is the last card of my extra deck. This is the piercing one, and it's a 2800 beater. I don't really go into the Fusion very often, just because I really don't need it, but it's here just in case I do. And that's the profile, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and check out your own variant of Metalfoes. It's been topping lately, so clearly something about it is good. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the profile. Thanks for watching, and bye.